Early voting runs from August 10th to the 18th, with hours from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and weekends from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mark your calendars for the general election on November 5th. Don't forget to register by October 7th. Your vote matters. Stay informed, get registered, and be heard. For more information, visit www.votepinellas.com. Attention voters, stay informed about the 2024 election schedule. Primary election day is August 20th. Make sure you're registered by July 22nd. Early voting runs from August 10th to the 18th, with hours from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and weekends from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mark your calendars for the general election on November 5th. Don't forget to register by October 7th. Your vote matters. Stay informed, get registered, and be heard. For more information, visit www.votepinellas.com. Attention voters, stay informed about the 2024 election schedule. Primary election day is August 20th. Make sure you're registered by July 22nd. Early voting runs from August 10th to the 18th, with hours from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and weekends from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mark your calendars for the general election on November 5th. Don't forget to register by October 7th. Your vote matters. Stay informed, get registered, and be heard. For more information, visit www.votepinellas.com. Attention voters, stay informed about the 2024 election schedule. Primary election day is August 20th. Make sure you're registered by July 22nd. Early voting runs from August 10th to the 18th, with hours from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and weekends from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mark your calendars for the general election on November 5th. Don't forget to register by October 7th. Your vote matters. Stay informed, get registered, and be heard. For more information, visit www.votepinellas.com. Attention voters, stay informed about the 2024 election schedule. Primary election day is August 20th. Make sure you're registered by July 22nd. Early voting runs from August 10th to the 18th, with hours from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and weekends from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mark your calendars for the general election on November 5th. Don't forget to register by October 7th. Your vote matters. Stay informed, get registered, and be heard. For more...
That.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because
smart
is the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you didn't know,
now you know.
Yes. And if y'all are listening, y'all hear Brother John voice back on the radio.
You do.
Mm-hmm. And you don't see me.
Hit my voice. But you see Damien, though. We have a special guest.
Yeah, what's happening?
A guest that ain't a guest, like family.
And you semi-see Sharonda. Like she kind of come in
around a little bit. I think she might be like you. She be trying to not be seen.
No. She could let her sit right there. She always be in the back handling things.
Yeah,
so that's her position.
Hitting you with that elbow.
Yeah, don't say she that. The backbone.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Love that.
So what is Monday?
It is.
Is money making motivational Monday.
Yeah, keep going, y'all.
Yeah, you gotta keep going. So how was your weekend?
I had a good weekend. Kind of uneventful. I say that and then I think about these events. Right? Uneventful, but it was some events. So the Junior League had their annual back to school giveaway physicals over at Everett Health.
Okay.
Johnny Root Clark.
Okay.
Which was amazing. A lot of children and families got served with free dental and physicals for back to school and sports and supplies. So. And then Books and Breakfast was popping at Child's Park. So that was amazing. And then after that...
Pull your mic up.
And then after that, I just went home and kind of chilled out. Can y'all hear me? Oh, how about if I turn it on?
Oh, damn.
Let's do that. Let's just turn the power on.
Ooh.
It's been a couple weeks. So.
No, that's okay, because that might kind of funny. So now you did it. And
I did it, and I hear me good.
I do, too.
Yeah, you hear me good, too, over there. In the one ear, that's...
Don't worry about that big ears.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Better to hear you with my darling. So it was a good weekend. I ain't really got no complaints.
I'm trying to think. I kind of had a chill weekend too.
Okay.
Usually I be like, I don't know what I did. Then I think about all this stuff just like
that.
Yeah. But no, I did try to go to some of the backpack giveaways, right? I totally missed them.
Yeah.
And then I'm on this kind of healthy food journey. Not like really strict, but I made my first vegan meal.
Okay.
Like made my own ground beef out of mushrooms and walnuts and all this. So, and then I let my dad and them taste it. They didn't even realize that it wasn't real ground beef.
Okay.
So that was last weekend. But I'm trying different stuff. So
gotcha.
So I went to this healthy market and got some fresh herbs and all this stuff this weekend to see where I can go this week. See what I can come up with.
I did 7 days raw food.
Ooh, how was it?
Yeah. Physically, it was amazing, but mentally and trying to do it, it was hard, man. Raw food. Yeah, just salads. Yeah.
Do you be wanting something hot? Because that's what I get.
It wasn't hot. It was just I wanted something different other than a salad and fruit.
Was meat involved?
No meat at all.
It's all raw.
Oh no! Come on, man. I'm a black man. I'm a black man.
It's not sushi.
No.
But this
No
is why,
sushi. No, there was no meat. Yeah.
I'm looking at these different recipes because
yeah.
when you don't cook, right? When you don't go into that, you think it's like salad.
Yeah, you got to be real creative.
But I'm learning you can really kind of even.
But my body feels amazing though. It was amazing. I had a lot of energy. First day not so much because I was just like, dang man, what can we eat? But then after I kind of figured out the groove and started doing it, hitting up Crutel, crew.
For the fruit.
Oh man, lifesaver. You know what I mean? Shout out to Crew, man, providing healthy food options in the food desert.
And you want me to tell you, shout out to you too. and I see why y'all. So I did a fast.
Okay.
A whole week fast.
Okay.
Sun up to sundown.
Okay.
Terrible time to do it.
These days.
Yeah. Because the sun come up at 6:38,
and it just don't go down
to 8.
No, ever. Yeah. The sun is always up.
But the worst time to do it because the longer days.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all don't believe in fasting.
Yeah.
And just meditating, I saw the breakthrough.
Oh yeah.
Like, I truly saw the benefits when you think like you pray, you do it, and then miracles happen.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm a believer.
Right.
I did it and I felt better, and that's what kind of started me on this like no meat. And
okay.
I was doing the salad.
Yeah.
And then I was doing a little
once you see what's possible, like you see, okay, it's possible. I can do this.
It's kind of hard at first, but what I did start is just stay busy.
Yeah.
Like you pray and then you stay busy.
Yeah.
And then I like put stuff in my day so it wouldn't make me think about how hungry I was.
Yep.
Because you're not hungry until you think about it.
Yeah, true. And then a lot of times you're not really hungry. You just have an appetite for something. Right. That's the other part of it. Like if you think about what hunger really is, most of the time we're not hungry.
Right.
Like if you ever really been hungry, you know what hunger is. Right. Most of the time we ain't hungry. We just have an appetite for something, or it's just the time that we normally eat. So we're going to eat at that time. But very few of us have ever really been hungry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I suggest,
like when you talk to people who hungry and you dealing with somebody who hungry, it's a difference from just like, okay, I can't eat right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the different. That's the other part of the fast is the solidarity with people who don't have the choice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so you putting yourself in the shoes of somebody who like, it's somebody out there right now in our society that want to eat, but don't have the means or don't have access and can't eat, you know, like really can't eat.
The resources.
And when you do, and what I say, when you do a fast, you don't necessarily have to do the sun up to sundown. I say just start if you're not there, because I did a whole weekend. I didn't think I was there, but I did it.
Yeah.
But do something. Like if you're trying to get a breakthrough, if you're trying to see a shift in your life, you can say, hey, for 4 hours, I'm not going to touch my phone. Yeah. I'm not going to do internet. Like, I'm not going to do social media. Ooh. Just take yourself away from something that you normally do that distract you. Yeah. So that you can stay focused.
I got a thing on that I'm about to do. Breaking your social media addiction. It's like a whole presentation. We're going to put it out on yourbrotherjohn.com. Y'all stay tuned. But really examining social media addiction and some tips to break it, because I'm realizing like I'm touched with that big time. And like the habit of social media, like it's a hard habit to break. Like I pick up my phone to send a text or to go do something else, and I end up like hitting the blue app. Like I'm like, well, how did I even get here? Like I'm not even supposed to be here right now. Like what you doing? Check my email. No, you on Facebook. I mean to be on Facebook.
Now you're watching the TikTok.
Yeah. And then once you get in the hole, and that's what we're gonna talk about when I do the presentation, is like it's
that rabbit hole you go down.
Yeah. But it's like psychological triggers. Like it's designed to have us the way that it got us.
What they were saying, I was just doing some research on it and saw some videos too about like the ages like from 1 to 5 for children who you hand their phone. It's not a good thing because you move so fast. It gives them the anxiety. Yeah. Because you think that they're learning because they're watching the ABCs, but everything is like and so they're missing that interaction that they need. And because they're, even though your brain developed from 1 to 20, it's 1 to 5 is such a critical. It's such a critical time. And now we're handing our kids the electronics and we think that this is beneficial, but it's really not. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you, like, kind of pull away from it if you can. Yeah. They're gonna have bad eyes at 6.
Monitor that screen time. Check that screen time. So, comedian Damian Davis, what's good with you, my brother?
Oh man, first off, what's good? I want to thank God this morning. Alive. Thank God for everything. Yeah. Without Him, I'm nothing.
Come on, man.
Secondly, man,
giving honor to God, who's the head of my life.
I got to, man.
That's right, though.
Good.
All the time.
All the time.
I got to, man.
hear that.
Over this weekend, I was able. Friday, I had an awesome weekend. Friday, I was riding in my car, mind all over the place. You know, I got to get my relationship better with God if I could do bigger and better things that happen in my life. So, with the process that being going, I got a call from the Improv, the Funny Bone.
Okay.
And I was on the interstate. They're like, Damien, we need you tonight. Got Nate Jackson coming in.
So this one of them just kind of going totally different direction, and then you get
I get
like,
a call.
We need you now.
Not like in 2 hours, and I'm still in St. Pete.
Okay.
So and it's around 4 o'clock. So you know the traffic. You know the traffic and all that. So you can't go wrong with a corner store T-shirt. Let me get a corner store T-shirt.
Get your white tee.
Yep, in my white tee.
Do my little
comedy in my white tee.
Stripper back. Hit hot spots. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I get there. But on the way to there, I didn't know how big Nate Jackson was.
Okay.
So this man is a big comic, got his own comedy club.
Okay.
Millions of followers. So when I put it up, I was kind of reluctant of putting it up that I was gonna be hosting. And
what was your consideration?
No, because every time I put it up about Big Bennett, and for the last couple times I can't hear
it be like cancel.
Cancel.
Okay.
So I was like
just playing.
I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing, but then I'm like, no, I'm gonna put it up.
Control what you can control.
So while I'm on the way, they was trying to move me out of the way, but the man at the Improv wasn't having it. He like, so instead of me hosting, I was featuring. I was only supposed to do one show. Then I got a lot of calls from my comedy peers. Like, this one I knew was big. And I getting kind of nervous. They're like, Nate Jackson. How you get with Nate? What is big? Career gonna go here. I'm like, what's Nate? So I get called from everybody. Group.
Boy, you on the show with Nate Jackson?
Spunky, people from all the other big comers that I had on the podcast.
Right.
So they're like, you with Nate Jackson? I'm like, yeah, So when I get there, instead of me hosting, I end up featuring. And I was only supposed to do one show. Mm-hmm. But when I get to the show, I see what's happening. The line is around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, when I say around the corner, 2 times around the corner.
Okay.
So when I get to the show,
no pressure.
I done put it about 3 times before I ain't even know I done performed. I done put it about 3 times. I'm like, wow, these people up. It's like 600-700 people, man.
Yeah, man.
So I get there. I get up there. I only supposed to do one show. I get up there. I just let go. Do everything that I know. I let go. You know what I'm saying? I do me.
It's your moment.
This is my moment. Every time I get this moment, I gotta shine.
Yes, sir.
I get up there. I go off. Boom.
Yeah.
Stand the ovation.
Nice.
Get off. The dude. So I supposed to do one show. I did so well. He like, you got to come back for the second show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I get in there, do the second show, blow it up even more. They give me more time. I did like 15, 16 minutes. And if you watch my story from like after the show, everybody I signed my first autograph. I signed the white guy.
Yeah.
Wife boob. Her sister boob.
Okay.
On the top. Okay. I couldn't record with my glasses because it went dead, but I was kind of glad.
I was about to say that might be something.
This stuff I'm gonna have to go through. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing crazy. It was like he didn't say boob, but you know what he said. I was like, man, you want me to do that? Ooh,
So listen, you're upping up, right? Like you're stepping up, and this is a part of being a celebrity. Is that like I think you have a wife that understands.
Yeah, she knows it.
Even though it might be uncomfortable, because I don't know, but it's kind of like Kevin Gates said about Beyonce. He was like, who don't like Beyonce? Fine. Who ain't gonna like fantasize about Beyonce? And Jay can't get mad about it because
you married Beyonce.
I'm in this world. I'm in this world, but I met the Comedy Zone director. He was saying, he told me, and I need this. I needed this because I had a real bad week. I needed this. I was feeling so tired. I was feeling so weak. I was overbearing. And it was just reassuring that God was just showing me that I'm gonna be in front of thousands. He gonna open doors that I never seen, and he just was showing me that he hasn't took his hands off me. When I thought everything was gone and that he took his hands off me, I needed this to refocus me, to be like, God hasn't took his hands off you. He got his hands on you. So all that was so gratifying, and that's why I started it off today, thanking God.
That's right.
Cause I get, man, you know, like, even though I'm here today to talk about the show I got Saturday, and it's at 2301 at Outside.
Yeah, I was just over there too.
9th Street. The ticket link, I'll put it on my page on later on in the comments and on the podcast. But it just gets so, you know, like, I stopped doing really a lot of shows in St. Pete because it's like I get more love where I go. The place I get my more paid, and I get a lot of stuff. I understand it because I know.
And that's not just a St. Pete thing.
It is that because it's sometimes things are hard. And people don't get it, but I notice a lot of things. People gonna go to what they want to go to.
And
they gonna make time to go.
I'm gonna tell you though, it's not a St. Pete thing.
It's not a St. It's your hometown thing, right?
Yeah.
People don't appreciate you in your. They may.
I won't say they don't appreciate you. I think people just. You common and you comfortable, so you see them as like, oh, that's just, you know, that's my dude, that's my dog. I appreciate. I'm happy for you, but I ain't coming.
I ain't
there. You know what I mean? Like you take it for granted. I guess that may be in granted.
Okay, they take you for granted.
I'm trying to defend us, y'all.
But no,
but we make it hard.
I see where I ride waving all the people, and I understand
when they leave,
you got, but it's something you got to do. You still,
shows, and like honestly, we have shows.
You must have hit the nerve.
No, I will. I have.
Oh, I thought my.
Hey, I turned them on.
Yeah, they on. That's what I'm saying. You hit somebody's nerves,
Hey, caller, introduce yourself. Hello.
We can't hear you, caller.
Oh, they hung up.
All right.
Try it again.
Hello.
I heard
something, but I don't hear you.
I don't.
No more.
Hold on. Let me see.
They must be in the bathroom at work.
Stay.
Hold on. Ooh.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Now it's like loud and clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Edmond. Hold on. If you could see Qiana's face, though, I just got to tell you, I wish you could see Qiana's face. But go ahead.
If I would have known this was you, I wouldn't have picked up.
Go ahead, Mr. Edmond.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. You already know I love you, King. You already know it. But yeah,
that's what it is.
It was.
We didn't even say bye. Just thank you. Click. Dang.
Hey,
they say they couldn't hear the caller.
We got him back for that little scene he gave me in the movie back in the day. It was quicker than that.
Okay.
3 seconds.
Am I back on?
Okay. Yeah, you back on.
I hear you.
Okay,
I'm not.
I don't hear you.
I love my city. When I went up there, I rep my city.
Right.
On my story, like everybody in the club.
I mean, it's St. Pete.
Everybody in the club was shaking my hand.
Yeah.
Coming to me, want to take pictures. They was calling me, hey, I need to follow. They were posting everything about me, and it was just reassuring. And I'd let them know off rips, man. St. Pete in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? And
I don't think he can hear the caller.
Okay,
that's what he was saying. But I think you always will love your city, right? I don't think because you don't have the support. But what happens?
I can't even say I don't even, and I want to rephrase. I don't even want to say I don't get the support.
Yeah.
Because I definitely get the support. I've been getting the support from the beginning. And support goes a long way from sharing the flyer to putting on.
Yeah.
I understand the finances ain't always the short, but the reason why I say we really cut back on the shows like that, because it takes a lot to invest.
Oh, yeah.
And people be like, oh, bring this person, bring that person. And you be like, well, let's make a group and invest. And then they be like, call me.
Yeah.
And then you call them, then it's nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Don't have this conversation without it being like a negative tone, right?
It ain't no negative.
No, I'm trying
observations and reality.
Because it is like, I mean, coming in, you'll throw a good show, and then like you can go and headline, and then it's not like, and you say not appreciate, right? But take for granted that, oh yeah, I can go another time, or this is it.
Okay.
You know, but then when you go at like today's price,
okay,
tomorrow's price, right?
Yeah.
And so
like after being on the show with Nick Jackson, that kind of changed. That kind of changed some things.
Let people know.
Not even that.
I might be doing less shows in my city because my ticket price.
Right. And what happens is you want to give your city discounts, right?
Yeah.
Because like I love, but then you give it, and then they don't want to pay your discounted price, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you go somewhere else and they pay
full price. Full price. Yeah.
The wholesale price, and then you got to argue with them, and like I'm showing you love.
Yeah.
And they don't. So you love your city. Like it's the hard.
It's a tinge of ingratitude.
And not only that, cause being a comment, you know, I know a lot of high profile comments. To get into them, they be like, "Oh, bring this person, bring this person, bring this person." You always telling me to bring this person, that person. Is you gonna buy the ticket?
Yeah.
Is you gonna invest?
Right.
Like these people come for free. These people, they got
a
family like me.
It's a budget.
Like I'm doing this show Friday at outside, right? 2301 9th Street. Cause I always say we outside because we outside comedy show. And I got a dude from New York coming down, Tony Fats. I got Lady Q. These people known in their city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got my brother Goop, man, because I got him on the same.
Oh, yeah. Come on, man. He's funny, man.
He's funny. You know he's funny. Yeah. And then not only that, on September 13th, we got Bubba Dub coming down.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but now when I tell them about the show Saturday, they be like, "What show you got with Bubba Dub?" Oh, I'm gonna go to that one. See, people pick and choose the one. Oh, I need you to go to this one because this is the one I produce. This is the one under Damien Davis Comedy Brand.
Right.
I need you to go to both of them. I know you want to go to both Dub because you want to see both Dub. But I'm producing this show in my city,
right? And
I'm bringing these funny cats down. Y'all gonna have a good time, man. It's up there like Grand Independent. Like I said, I will put the ticket link in the comments.
I plan on being in the building.
Y'all make sure y'all pull up, man, and we can do more things.
We got a comment here.
We're trying to bring it bigger than Tampa, man. We just want that. Ain't no disrespect to Tampa, but I want to my goal is to have St. Pete having something going on with a big coming every other month.
I love that.
And I need the black people, I need all the people in St. Pete, white, diverse, everybody. I need everyone. It ain't just the community, but I'm speaking to the community right now, but we're on community radio, but I want to get everybody involved to what this movement, man.
Right on. This is what Anissa Barnwell say. We hope to have you back at the Tampa Bay Area hair braiding battle on Dr. MLK Jr. downtown St. Pete on Beach Drive. They want to get you back there.
Oh yeah, you know I'm coming this up there like Grand Independent. And I ain't gonna talk about that lady with the one leg because I didn't know that pastor lady was in the wheelchair.
Did she have one eye too?
No, she just had one leg.
I know a lady named Eileen.
No.
One leg, one eye.
No, this a cousin IHOP.
Okay, got you. I got you.
You know what it is? It's like I think comedy should like definitely hit the hard subject and make you laugh, right?
Yeah.
People be so sensitive.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, we're in the sensitive era.
I hate it.
We're in this era. So yeah.
Sensitive when we in the store and he want to play and be, oh, it's a joke. That's not a joke.
Okay.
Yeah,
I get
it. Was at Publix yesterday. And the bread, I see the bread, he said, buy one, get one free. And the bread was almost $5. I told him, hey, the dude told me, you must have been in the grocery store. I'm like, $5.
That's why they gave away one free. I had a similar experience. So I was driving, you talking about the weekend, and so I was going down Martin Luther King 9th Street, and I'm trying to honor those who work to get the name changed. That's why I say Martin Luther King.
Yes.
But they had a sign 30% off everything in Badcock.
Yeah.
And they out there waving the sign.
30 to 50%, right?
30 to 50% off in Badcock, going out of business. When I went in there, because I pulled, I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and see what Badcock doing. see why they going out of business.
They're $1,000 for a check.
I'm like, really? These prices is ridiculous. Like they had a chainsaw in there, right? And, like you don't buy chainsaws from Badcock. I get it. Yeah. But it was $2.99. So me being me, I'm like, okay, I'm finna Google and see how much this chainsaw really cost. It was like $160.
Wow.
And they charging $300 in Badcock. I'm like, that's why y'all going out of business. Because like,
why you got a chainsaw in Badcock?
That's the other question.
You're putting the price in.
Yeah.
I think the chainsaw, I ain't thinking Badcock.
Is not only because they upped the price, and then they went to I think pay hair kind of
the model of they
like
still doing them $19 a week for Jordans.
No,
I don't know.
When you got that going on, you got people who still like some around here don't pay what they're supposed to pay,
and
then whole round you're doing this, for the whole company,
right?
Now you're in default.
So now when they change the model, you change the model don't work.
Badcock was always supposed to be like a budget friendly place, right?
Yeah. It wasn't buy here, pay here. It was like you paid so much down, and then you paid a month to pay it off
to a finance company or something, right?
But what happened is people,
your credit,
right? Yeah. But see,
that's what my uncle. So when I was like 17, 18, my uncle Edgar, may God be pleased with him, the OG in the family. Mm-hmm. We talking about credit, and he was like, "Go to Badcock." Like it was like that was kind of your starter credit. You know what I mean? Like if you can't get nothing nowhere else, go get you something from Badcock, and you can start your credit journey and start creating your profile.
But people, they stopped giving credit. Like you couldn't no longer get the credit, so people no longer was buying. So they had to figure out a system. They had to go to like the Rent All Center. So there was a disconnect right there because people Rent All ain't going out of business, and they got. And
I'm trying to figure out who's doing that, but I guess
I got a client. Every month we go get his check. We go to Rent All to pay his bill, but he got 3 of them.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
Like this big. It's somebody.
Them $22 a week for 500 weeks.
He got a big check.
Uh oh. Camera just dropped. Okay. So y'all probably seeing a whirlwind of what's happening, but hopefully you can still hear. So I'm going to take a minute to shout out all the people that's being tagged. You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. It's Motivational Monday. We got comedian Damian Davis and Mrs. Davis in the building. Jay, I see you, man. What's good? Happy to have you here. Crutel's been tagged. Royce is watching. We appreciate y'all, man. And y'all know that this is community radio, right? So if you want to support it, if you want to help us keep the lights on, keep the doors open, and keep these quality programming coming out, make sure that you donate, contribute. You can do that by going to 99jamstheberg.com, 99jamstheberg.com, and support the
And just
program.
like that, we're back.
Right on.
And it's up there like granny
It's up there like granny panties.
You ain't hear me yet.
So here's a question.
Did you watch the Olympics?
I watched a little bit of the opening, but not. I
watched the basketball.
Okay. I watched Simone Biles yesterday.
Simone is a god, man. She's the god. They say the GOAT, but she's the god.
She's
a god.
It's it's like an age limit when they feel like they can't.
Yeah, she
done succeeded that.
Black woman, man, come on.
A lot of people.
She's like 39.
I think she's like 27 or something.
Man, where we from? That's 30.
Yeah, that's 30. You round it up.
Yeah. 26, 27.
People they're pushing it because usually your Olympics ends somewhere around like 25, 24.
So she over
in that department.
In that particular sport.
Gymnastics, they're really young because like they have a 16-year-old. On there, and then like the 21-year-old who got a disease, and she didn't think she had like a kidney disease. She gained 45 pounds in 2 weeks.
Wow.
They had to redo all this stuff, and she won gold like 3 years ago when Simone took out, and they didn't think that she was gonna be able to do gymnastics again, and like she did her thing too last night. So like
do that is they cause lately they've been letting them the transgender and the LBG.
John Bailey,
they ain't doing
I
that.
don't think so. Good morning, John Bailey,
What's up? Love you, man.
Oh, so why John is on here? Because you know,
but we just all over the place. We just finna lead the Olympics. We just finna lead the Olympics because he was saying. I'm just like shouting him out. And everybody like,
on August 15th, we're having a mental health conversation. It's the state of like the Black community. Originally, it was going to be strictly about all Black men, but we're including the women in this one. But this is the beginning of a series of how we're going to attack this depression, suicide, just how to communicate with each other properly. So the first one is to get all us together. The next one will be either all men talk with the women just listening, and then the vice versa. And we're going to try to get these tools, give each other tools so that we can have successful relationships, not only in our home life, but in our work life and even with our children, because if the head needs to be together and it affects our children. And so if we learn how to communicate properly, then we can teach our children and we can break some of these generational curses or some of these bad habits that we have been passed down and we no longer have to do, because we have a community that is screaming for help.
Right. Definitely.
Right.
Screaming for help.
Yeah.
So yeah. Come on out.
His brother, not brother, Uncle John Bailey is so different one day from their program that he got.
Actually, no, he's not. But John,
from the inside out. Yeah.
Is they over it?
No.
Jared Martin, yeah. Jared Martin.
Queen Club and like, so we're coming in, but I would love for John to come and be a part of it, because even come on in.
For the strong friend.
I'm a heavy advocate for it. How my week was last week to turn it around to what it is, I'm definitely heavy for
and
it.
I got some good people that's coming in, like Tina East is on the panel.
Nice.
We got Empress. I got Carlos Bailey. We got
Bailey.
Super Dave.
We
got Dave.
Lowe's, big Lowe's.
You know, so we got Mike Williams. We got Dr. Brittany.
Oh yeah. No, Mike. Because
we wanted to look. We wanted to be diverse because depression and hardship hits everybody.
And I like that. I like the diversity of the panel, and I also like the fact that these are, what we would consider everyday people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like not the typical person who you would see on a panel talking about this topic, but they have influence and they have things that they experience as well. So I like. We building a bench. That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Because when you look at these people, because these are people that's in the community, people look up to, and they think just because you look good don't mean that you always good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when recently, what happened when Derek passed away, everybody's like, hey, he's rich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Money ain't everything.
Money's not everything. And so we're really trying to build a strong community where sometimes we miss some stuff that maybe we can catch.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or let's be that listening ear.
Yes, too.
Right. So I'm sorry to kind of
it's all good.
But that's so real. I just to piggyback off that a little bit. I want to just tell the men out there, man, find you somebody. First and foremost, stay connected to God.
Yeah.
Secondly, man, stop being prideful to show your personal battles, man. Because last week, like I said, I was so tired.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it's coming. I got these shows coming. I was so tired. Just a lot of personal situations.
Yeah, no, I got it.
I was so tired. And then we don't never really tell how we feel. We supposed to have that strong arm on. We strong arm. We supposed to be tough.
Yeah.
Man, pick that the toughest one who can admit what they going through, man. So, man, find you somebody to talk to. Find somebody who ain't gonna be putting your business out. They're gonna give you the best advice. Who's gonna check on you? Who really care, man? Who really genuine about your mental health? Because these personal battles is the hardest ones, bro. And a lot of people looking at like the D-Lane situation, they looking at it. All they want to know why he did it. We'll never know why he did it. That's with him and God. But just hold on to your people a little more. And when men come to you for the wives and for the girlfriends or whoever when men come to you with a situation, stop shunning them down like, oh, you nagging, you weak, you this. Because you don't really know what's going on in this person's heart and life.
And I say, when I hear men say that, and it has to be true.
It is.
Right? Like, no, it has to be. But I don't know.
I'll tell you.
Women that when you find a good person who's connected and has your best interest, either or, men or women, you typically don't get that unless maybe I'm just made different because I don't.
I'm gonna tell you this. I said like this has been part of my experience. Once you accept the responsibility of being like the man or a husband, right? There's a lot of stuff you put on in order to show up that way. And if you're doing it well, people like look at you like, oh, he good. So when you are vulnerable and you say, okay, I'm having a moment, I'm not good, people like, oh, but it's you. Like, okay, I hear that, but come on, you going through something, you can't be stressed. You ain't. And so it's like really understanding, like, yes, I'm going through something. Yes, I can be stressed, but because you've presented yourself as somebody who's like I don't go through stuff. I ain't like I ain't got time to go through it. Like y'all be emotional. We can't be emotional. But like you have moments where like it's really emotional. Or you want to, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like
sometimes you feel like you can't. But I talk to so many women that be like, he won't allow me to be who I'm supposed to be to him.
Say it like this. Say it like this. I saw 50 Cent say something. He said, "Being depressed is a luxury."
Yes.
He said, having depression is a luxury. And by that, when he said that, I was like, what? But when you think about it, it's like we can't afford to be depressed because if you depressed, it's so many people counting on you. It's so many things that depending on you being up. Like I can't be depressed. Like I can't afford to like not be all right.
You should say no. Just like I can't tell you how you feel, right?
Yeah.
You can't tell me about a woman.
Yeah.
And when I'm in the second, a lot of women, they would love to be that support system to their man, but they man think that it makes them look weak. And if you have the right person,
that's so. It's some men out there like that.
And you know what I mean? If you have the right person, I'm telling you, when somebody loves you and it's a healthy love, they don't want you to necessarily carry that burden by themselves. Like you carry everything else. Allow me to help you. But this is something that society has put that if you cry or if you're vulnerable, is that you're weak. No, this is when you're the strongest because let me carry some of that for you. But you don't let us.
That's some women. And then you got some women like, man, you need to suck it up and get out there and come on. Like, boy, we count on you. Like,
then it depends on the woman because at the end of the day, you got some women that are strong that go out and do whatever is needed. And then you got the men that's lacking.
Yeah,
right.
That's why I said it's so many. It's nuances and there's so many.
Subscribe to all, but that's why I keep on saying you get the right. I keep on saying the right person, right? A healthy relationship.
And I'll say it this way. I'll add this: you get the right person for you, because the right person for me might not be the right person for you.
Right.
You know, the right person for me might be the one to say, you know what, come on. You know, but then the right person for you might need somebody to be like, man, if you don't get your behind up and shake this off, and like you might that might be something that you might need.
You know,
the two people in a relationship defines what it looked like.
Right on.
You know what I mean? The two people defines what the healthiness look like.
Right.
But when you feel, if you need somebody to cry on, if you need a shoulder to cry on, it should be the person that you lay next to every night.
Should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think the one you share your bills with.
I think the stigma of the whole situation is like us parenting. When we like, say you got a son and a daughter, your son go out there and scrape his knee. You like, you can like, daddy, that what? Stop trying to spit on it.
Yeah.
Get out the door. You a man. Get back out there. Scrape your other knee. Your daughter scrape her knee. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
You want to rinse it off. Who hit it? Stump on the page. That love, it started with the kid. That love,
orientation.
It should be the same way with that son.
The acknowledgement of the
emotion. You want him to be tough.
It's the opposite way in her.
Yeah.
Why you scrape her knee me. Oh, you tough. Get up. Say that straight. Oh, my baby.
Well, yeah.
Might be.
Hold on.
She holding her neck. Bro.
Yeah.
I was like, man, come on, man.
It's a different viewpoint.
You need to hold it where it got hurt now.
There is a healthy balance, right?
Absolutely.
And I think that everybody needs love, but I also believe, and y'all don't jump on me, I believe in gender roles, right? I believe because your role is totally different that you're going to have in society than what I'm going to do.
Right.
You're, like you just said, you have to carry this extra armor that I don't, and I have to carry extra armor that you don't.
Yeah.
Right. And so we need different tools to be successful.
Yeah.
So, for me to be feminine and to let my femininity to come out, somebody needs to pamper me and let me know. And for you to be tough, somebody has to toughen you up. But we have to find that middle ground where you still are able to show your emotions. And I have to be tough sometimes, but then you need to be vulnerable enough to let me know that you need help.
So that's why y'all need to come out on August the 15th. Y'all make sure that y'all there. It's going to be an amazing conversation. It's going to be awesome.
You got to be vulnerable enough. I'm going to tell you, you got to be vulnerable enough and you got to be honest. A lot of men, and I'm one of them.
You missed me trying to segue, didn't you?
My wife,
I'm trying to move the topic, move the conversation.
I just want to finish it up. Qiana said a good thing, and
she did. She did.
We got to be vulnerable enough because, like you say, we got to hold that armor. But my wife asked me, "Do you got the money for this?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I got it." But I don't want to tell her I got it.
I'm like that too.
Yeah, so I got to go out here.
I might not have it, but
it's on the way.
Yeah.
You gonna do that? I'm like, boy, it's crazy. When we scratch our head, ladies, it's a problem.
Yeah.
You know
I hear that. August 15th, what time and where?
Enoch Davis Center from 6 to 8.
Yeah. And the reason that I wanted to move is because we put it in the topics, and I wanted to lift it up. We may not be able to get through it all the way, but I want to talk about something. So I was at an event yesterday. We did a panel discussion, Rent Too Damn High, at Lake Vista. Shout out to Liberation in a Generation, St. Pete Tenants Union,
Chef Ray.
Oh my God, amazing! And
I missed it.
So it was a great event. But during that event, I was having a conversation with one of the participants, and the question was about Kamala Harris. What do you think about Kamala Harris? We was having that dialogue, and we talked about the first black.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, it'll be historic. She'll be the first black female president.
First female, period.
First female. But the first black female, of course, that whole thing. And then the person responded was like, I don't think that matter to people no more. And so let me frame this, because that was like the kind of the back part of it. So the question is, has the first black, in quotes, lost its meaning and significance? So with Kamala Harris being potentially becoming the first black female president, we asking the question, do people still care about these historic firsts? So historically, the first black in any role of significance has been a monumental achievement, breaking barriers, paving the way for future generations. From the first black Supreme Court Justice, Thurgood Marshall, to the first black president, Barack Obama, these milestones have been celebrated as symbols of progress and change. But in 2024, as we face this potentially historic election of Kamala Harris as the first black female president, we want to ask ourselves, do these firsts still hold the same weight and significance that they used to, or has the meaning evolved with time and progress? How significant is it to be the first black anything in 2024?
It's significant if you got because with Kamala, I look at it like this. It will be significant for our culture, for our daughters.
Yeah.
Because I would tell my daughters, not only you behind one way, it's two strikes against you because you're a woman. First of all, you're a woman. Secondly, you're a black woman.
Yeah.
But with the situation with Kamala, she already did some credits on some historic. And I'm with whoever said it. It really, when it comes to that situation, is you worrying about history, or we complaining about rent and stuff like going on in the world.
That was the context.
So you rather want history to be prevailed for. We could be like, oh, we finally got one in there. but then you still struggling with everything. You complain about everything Sleepy Joe administration did, and she part of that administration. What is she gonna do? And the people, is she gonna reassert herself or do people to make it better than it was the last 4 years? I'm not going for history. We've been out here struggling on a lot of things,
and that's kind of what the person was saying.
Because we hear this conversation all the time. Black people think that like just because just somebody black, not forget that. We think that because she black that she has a magic wand to help all black people.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? You saw this with Obama, right? Yeah. And then you hear everybody like, oh, he didn't do nothing for black people. What did black people ask him to do? Yeah. Right? We just put him, he got in office, and then we just thought that because he was black, he was gonna magically make everything that happened disappear and go for the black agenda. So you see people who organize, and y'all hear us say this, organize and put an agenda together, because nobody has an agenda but a self-agenda. So when you want something to be changed, we got to stop sitting up here thinking somebody's just going to magically do it for us.
So connect that to the significance of being the first black.
We're going there, but I think it is still very important, right? But
to acknowledge and have these first black.
Right. But you're always going to have somebody in the complaint line.
Yeah,
and that's always something, somebody's always going to put something else above something, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's self-interest.
So do you have a moment or like a personal experience with hearing about like the first black whatever in your community, in our community, and then seeing that and then being inspired by it? Like, did you see? Do you have
when we saw our first black mayor, did we like
in St. Pete?
Okay. I saw that.
That was a moment for you.
That was a moment. Whenever I see be the first on city council.
Muslim.
That was a moment, because when you see where like the world is going, like we talk about the hardships, but we still knocking down stuff. And so when you
first Farrakhan follower,
right, you know what I mean? When you look at it and you get discouraged about all the things we're not getting, but then that one win be like, ooh, we're not doing it for nothing.
Yeah. Okay, I hear that. Sharonda got something she's been trying to say.
I see. Okay, so my thing is, I see we all fighting for equality, right?
You might want to speak into that mic.
Oh, I see we all fighting for equality, right?
Okay.
I just see it as women empowerment. I'm not gonna put a black on it.
Okay.
We get so caught up in black-owned businesses, black this, black that. White people don't do it, and if they did it, they're racist.
Okay.
So we gotta stop doing that.
Okay.
Because I think it's putting a lot of unnecessary stress in the black community.
And what I hear you saying is they talk about, the term came to me, identity politics, right? And that's what they were saying. Like, so like putting this black thing in here, and I've heard cases about removing identity from the politics.
But this one point,
it's hard to.
One point I wanted
in America. Come on.
When I seen like it was an interview with Kamala, and they were asking her why you never put an executive what would you put in for the blacks, and she was like, oh, I ain't just gonna put an order in for the blacks. And I seen how Dr. Umar came back like I can't just do that, but y'all did it for the Asians.
Yeah,
y'all did it for all these people. And y'all did it for all these people. What you mean you just can't do it? You did it for the gay rights. Ain't nothing knocking what I'm saying.
But there are groups that have legislation specifically designed to help and protect them.
What our legislator at?
Because we got to do it. That's the thing. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, but if we put that together, you just can't say you can't do that for us. So we seen Trump do executive order. We seen Biden do executive order. You just can't. We don't see some go to court, and the president on Trump that it made it. Order. So you just can't. So if you get in that office, lady, and you know that these black folks is out here struggling with systematic racism, housing, jobs, all kind of this stuff that's going on, you can put an executive order because you did that with the Asian thing, and that was out there.
And I hear that
Chinese
restaurant, I'm all about black power, right?
Yeah, you can do it.
But no. What we do, we talk about it like we're doing here. They talked about it and they organized and put it into action.
Yeah, I mean, when we organizing too. But that's why I was appointed because of the organizing that we've been doing.
But listen, again, We're sitting up here talking. You gotta put it in motion. Yeah. Like we can't just say, hey, we want you to know. But
let me read this from Stephanie. She said, "We wasting too much time on superficial things, and our culture needs to unify. We must unify. Period."
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You know, we gotta stop talking about what we're not. We gotta put it on pen and paper and push it. Like we can't just sit up here and talk about.
So we've never had no legislation that some black people that's trying to put through, then they got denounced by a president.
They might have, but then we stopped.
Last thing we got was 13th and 14th Amendment.
But they don't. No, they don't stop. You just saw here for the raise. It took them 17 years to get this horrible deal, but they didn't stop. They gave the same deal 17 years. Yeah. They gave it to 3 different mayors, took it to Tampa, and they never stopped. We get our first denial, and then we're like, they don't want to do nothing. That's what people do. Yeah. But then we gotta keep on going.
Well, how we know they didn't keep going? I'm just saying. How do we know? We don't know.
But are you doing it? Are you wondering? Because we're talking about it.
No, but I'm not.
But no, and I think that's another part of the issue, right? Because when we say like that, Qiana, respectfully, when you say, "Are you doing it?" Like we was just talking about what the reality is that a lot of people are facing,
right? Yeah.
And so, like even with me, like you haven't seen me, right? Because I'm facing the reality of how much it costs to live in St. Pete, just like everybody else is, and I got to do things to help me address that. And so, even with all of them doing, like we have realities that I might want to be there, but I got to go to work, or I got things that I need to do, and you have people who are making the sacrifices, and we appreciate and we applaud that. But when we say, well, you're not doing it, it almost like make a person feel like they don't have a voice because they're not out there actively fighting this thing. So because I'm not doing it, that means I can't say nothing about it.
You can say whatever you want to say about it. You can talk all you want, but you just still somebody has to do the action.
Yeah.
Talking don't get you nowhere if there's no action followed up through.
But I think conversations do like what we like. Just think about the conversations that we had here. Yeah. It moves, it shifts. So there's a value in conversation that we discount because that's a part of what we've been taught. No. Oh, talking is cheap. It's like that's why. But if you having significant conversation, now I'm learning about power, and one of the dimensions of power is being able to control the narrative. If you can control the narrative and tell the story about what's happening, that's a form of power as well. And that's talking. Just talking about things has its value. But again, in our spectrum, it's like, okay, well, you either talking or you either doing.
No.
Why can't we be talking and doing? And we need people to talk about what we're doing.
So, Brother John, I'm saying that. So really what I'm saying is the same thing. We can't just talk without the action, right? And talking, we've seen us on this radio show people do a lot of different stuff. Get up out their seats and make changes. Yeah. We done seen it. So I'm not saying that we don't talk. We still have to have the conversation, but we got to be unified. But we always
all of the above.
But we got to have action beyond just the talking.
Right on.
Because we have had a lot of conversations that we spent a lot of time talking and ain't nothing moved. You know what I mean? So
this clock don't stop though, and it's 8:59. The clock is undefeated. And I told you I knew we weren't gonna have time to really. We gonna come back
on Wednesday. Right? So
and we're gonna continue the conversation about the significance of the first blacks in public office and what does that mean, and how can we really understand the moment and the opportunity that we have.
Yeah.
My final thought in the second going overtime now. Self-care is not a luxury; it is a necessity. Self-care is not a luxury. It's a necessity. So take care of your mental and emotional health first. Everything else will follow. People are really going through things. So with all of these arguments and debates, like property taxes, rent rising, insurance increases, child care costs, food insecurity, losing loved ones, anniversaries of the losses of loved ones, like a lot of people dealing with a lot of things. So, man, you never know what could be hiding behind a person's smile. Pray for each other. Don't prey on each other. It's more that needs to be done in these cases.
My final thought, we outside coming to show 2301 9th Avenue South. I'm gonna put the link in the comments. Shout out to Deso, Stephanie, Goopman, Tony Fax, Lady Q. And I see y'all on the St. Pete Funny Podcast tonight, all
right.
8 p.m. Make sure y'all tune in. And I'll pick up some of this in my thing. Y'all come
I
in.
sent you
We'll
the
talk
question.
in the chat.
We'll chat about it. Be the Change You Want to Be or See. Come out on August 15th. Enoch Davis Center from 6 to 8. It's going to be a nice open discussion. Let's kind of break down some of these barriers down. And yeah, this been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm Qiana.
I'm your brother John.
And I'm Damian Davis. Is out there like granny panties.
And we are out. Stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Make you lose your shoes and shout all around the house.
And God is good.
All the time.